A business succession boom is coming. One third of business owners don't view a plan as a priority. Now, there's a survey that reveals small business owners may not be prepared for the emotional and challenging process on passing on and selling their business. Here to talk about that is Catherine Roy, Principal Wealth Management Advice, Edward Jones. My first question to you is this, Catherine, are you here in St. Louis?
I am.
Oh, great. Yes, I'm in the U City area. So tell us about the business succession boom and how business owners are planning for the future.
First, there are 33 million business owners in the United States. They employ half of us Americans, so really important to our economy. A majority of them are over the age of 55, and on average, they want to exit their business at age 63, which means the next decade is going to be really busy in terms of the transition of businesses from their current owners to the next. And so at Edward Jones, we wanted to understand how prepared are those business owners in their succession planning process. And what we found is that about 2/3 of them have a plan in place, but it's not complete. So 58% of them have more work to do. They're not fully prepared. And maybe most concerningly, 1 in 5 don't have any plan at all. And so much more work to be done here to make sure that this transition is a smooth one.
You're looking at one. So, one of the most surprising findings is this business owner survey.
So I think the surprising findings for us was one, many business owners are waiting until 2 years before they're planning to exit the business. And that's a concern for two reasons. One, having the conversation and confirming that the successor is actually on board and wants to be the successor. Oftentimes, about half the time, business owners want to transfer or give the business to a family member. But when we ask the next generation, are they interested in being in the business? A surprising number indicated that that's not the future they envision for themselves. So making sure they have the right successor on board as soon as possible and communicating with them is really going to be important to the successful transition of the business.
No,
The
what are the
second
key?
is that,
No, go ahead,
yeah, I
please.
was
I'm
going to say
sorry.
the second is too few business owners are working with a financial advisor. So we only saw about 1/3 of business owners involving their financial advisor in the transition of the business. And that really is a miss because financial advisors can be a quarterback of the transition team, a coach for that business owner into the next act. And then lastly, a personal CFO or planner for how that business is going to help the next act of that business owner.
What are the key factors for businesses when succession planning?
Is to get started as soon as possible. We know that half of businesses transfer unexpectedly. So there are 5 Ds that often have businesses transfer to someone in an unexpected way because life happens. And those 5 Ds are death, disability, divorce, disagreement with a business partner, or distress in the business. And so it's never too early to have that plan in place. And then second, have those conversations. Third, make sure that you are envisioning and practicing what your next act is. We hear from several of the business owners we interviewed. One sentiment was from a lovely woman that we spoke with, that it's not just a business, it's my baby. So that identity shift and transferring that baby to the next owner is going to be really important, but also doing that planning on what's next for them is going to be critical.
Speaking of which, what are the main hurdles business owners are facing when succession planning?
I think it really is getting started and making sure you have the right team in place with the right quarterback. And we know that there is advanced designations that financial advisors can pursue. At Edward Jones, we work with 750,000 business owners every single day. And we have almost 1,000 financial advisors who have pursued the Certified Exit Planning Advisor designation. So it's known as CEPA. And that just means that they've dedicated time and effort into really understanding what this process is, so they can be as helpful as possible with those business owners that may be struggling to start the process or see it through to develop that comprehensive succession plan.
Now, where can our business owners go to learn more?
They can contact their local Edward Jones financial advisor or go to edwardjones.com/next in line.
This speaking with Catherine Roy. She is a principal in wealth management advice at Edward Jones. She's responsible for retirement products, including workplace, retirement income, protected income, and individual retirement solutions. One last question for you, Catherine. How long have you been at Edward Jones now?
I have just crossed my 2-year mark and it's been amazing.
What's it like working with Penny Pennington?
She is such a leader and a force that it's a pleasure to work in her organization.
Definitely. Catherine Roy, thank you so much for joining us at Morning Blend. And next time you see Penny, tell her I said hey.
Will do. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.